Hello there. So we're here again. What if we're here again at Little Elk Creek? It's snowing, or it's not snowing, but it's after the snowfall. So there's snow. Yeah, I got my kombucha, and we're out here. There's like 2 other cars here, and I haven't seen anybody yet. So it's just winter wonderland out here. It's so quiet. Can hear Jackson ping from a mile away. But let's check it out. Come on, Philadelphia. Yep, we're out here, and something I need. I think I need it weekly. Every time I don't go out, I just don't feel very good throughout the week, so I need to try to stay out in nature. If I could get a little log cabin out in the woods somewhere, I'd be a happy man. Jackson's having a blast, and I'm having a good time. Always dress warm when you're out hiking. You could always shed layers, but you can't grow layers. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a little video on my Saturday. I originally wasn't going to go out, but I'm glad I did, because this is beautiful, and it's what the soul needs sometimes. And like I said, for me, on a regular basis. Look at the size of that tree. Dang. It's kind of crazy. You can see more of the area since all the leaves are dead. I can see up on that hill a little bit through the trees. Yeah, it's good stuff. I've got waterproof boots, so I can trek in this snow without, getting my feet all frozen. And I saw some tracks earlier. I don't know if you can see them now, but someone had some snowshoes out here. I could tell. Those weren't regular footprints. It wasn't Bigfoot either. Check it! Jackson! Oh, there he is. He must have found something. Good boy. Is there something over there? Did you see a deer? I bet it was a deer or something. The hair on his back standing up. Yeah. I'm going to keep going though. And I'm going to keep recording, because why not? What to talk about? Always make sure you got gloves. I probably should have brought my bigger coat, but I think I'm doing all right. That I'm moving, blood's flowing. Jackson, what is it? Why is your hair sticking up? Why do you got a mohawk going on? Just trying to do good for myself. This year is a year of recovery for me. I'm officially divorced now. Not a very long marriage, thankfully, but she was a very manipulative narcissist, and I'm glad I got away from that situation and that relationship. That I'm not going to lie, I had probably some of the best moments of my life in that relationship. But I also had some of the worst moments of my life in that relationship. So, it's kind of a give or take thing. I wouldn't take it back for the world, because I learned so much, although we weren't meant for each other. I'm hoping that I taught her and her family some things, and I definitely learned a lot. So I'm trying to see the positive, through the negative. It's hard to move on from things like that. Like, it's so weird. Like a year ago, things were completely different. And now I'm just trying to better myself, trying to, look at that waterfall. The frozen creek. Just trying to do good in my life, all throughout my 20s, I just thought partying and, hooking up was what it was about, and it's definitely not about that, because, although I had some pretty good times, it really doesn't help me now. And I'm lucky that I don't have children with people that I don't really want to have a kid with, so I lucked out for sure. With a lot of things, and I thank God for that. Well, that's a big tree too. Oh man, it's just so beautiful out here. I love it. This is my favorite spot in Rapid. Well, in Piedmont, close to Rapid. See snowshoe tracks. Someone's trekking. Someday I want to get some snowshoes. That'd be cool. But yeah, hopefully I can make it back to Colorado, and hopefully I can travel the world and go on more hikes around the world, and not just the same ones in the Rapid City area. I've experienced and went to a lot of different places this year, hiking wise. It's pretty much all I do. I don't really have a big circle or a circle at all. I got Jackson. He's my life force right now. And my parents, they're super awesome. It's kind of tough being 30 and living with your parents. When I turned 18, I moved out right away because I wanted my own independence. And, now I'm back with them, and it's tough because, I never wanted to be 30 living with my parents. I always wanted to be on my own and be able to make it on my own, but sometimes you need help. And I'm very, very lucky that I have my parents to help me through this hard time of my life where, everything changed. I literally had nothing. I got in trouble. I was in jail on Jesus' birthday. On Christmas, I was in jail last year. So this is a tough month for me this year, because a lot of remembrance to that and what I was going through at that time. And I'm thankful I don't have to deal with that, or I lucked out, getting out earlier, and I'm almost off of monitored probation, and that's part of the reason why I had to move with my parents. Is she kicked me out, and my car was dying, and I had nowhere to charge my phone to go to video court for my sentences, and I had nowhere to go. Luckily, I had some good friends that were neighbors of ours in our apartment complex, and they were super awesome and kind enough to let me stay with them for a few days to try to figure my stuff out. And of course, in that time, she was throwing my stuff outside, left her ring with the stuff, and was basically like, figure it out. So guess what I did? I figured it out. I asked the judge if I could be transferred to South Dakota to do my probation period. I'll officially be off probation next year in October. Actually, it's on Halloween. It's my last day of probation, ironically. Look at this guy. That's amazing. Beautiful. But since I've been doing DV classes every Tuesday night at 5, and I'm finally finished with my DV classes. I just got my certificate last week. That's cool. And so according to my probation, once I finish that class, I can ask for unsupervised probation, which is pretty cool. I won't get checked up on or anything. I just can't get in trouble, which isn't going to be hard. Since I don't drink or smoke anymore, I do miss smoking weed sometimes. It's something that makes you happy, but it doesn't last forever. You got to grow up sometime. So I'm not saying I won't ever smoke weed again, but I definitely won't smoke as much as I used to, because I just feel better. I feel clearer. I used to, when I lived in Colorado before I met my ex-wife, I didn't face my problems. I ran to the bottle every day after work. I bought alcohol and weed, and that's how I coped, and it's very unhealthy to do so. If that's your thing and you're going through that too, that's some people need that, and in that moment, I guess that's what I needed. But ultimately, it was just slowly killing myself, drinking myself into oblivion, and it's not good. I'm doing good now, though. I'm doing good now. I'm gonna take a picture of this. This is awesome. See if I can do it through my gloves. There we go. So, anyone struggling out there, I feel you. I know how you feel. I'm lucky, though. I haven't had a substantial, major loss of life in my life from someone close to me. I mean, I've lost people I've known. My grandpa being one of them, on my dad's side. I remember moments of fishing with him, and it was great. And one of my uncles died, and he was probably one of my favorite uncles when I was a kid, because we'd wrestle, and at that time I was getting into metal and rock, and I remember he had this huge white zombie tattoo on his back, so it was cool to hang out with him. So yeah, if you're struggling, keep your head up. You know, you can do it. You can get through it. It's hard, but you can do it. That's why I try to remind myself every day. The past few weeks have been really tough for me. I've been sick. I've been good now, but I had a head cold for a few weeks now. Oh, you get the stick! You got that stick! Go get it! He's not going in the water. Oh, is he gonna do it? No, it's too cold, Dad. It's getting windy. I don't know how much longer I'll be out here. It's getting pretty chilly. Yeah, keep your head up, everybody. I know everyone goes through stuff. I'm very thankful for the people that actually reach out and say something. That, even though it's not much, it does help. It really does. You know, today my mom was like telling me that I'm doing good. You know, I've been through so much this year, and I really have. I mean, going through probation, you know, doing drug tests. I had to check every day to see if I had to go pee. You know, and it was a rough year of recovery for me in my relationship and with myself. And I have gone through a lot, and I have overcame a lot this year. And it's hard to, you know, remind myself of these things I overcame. But, you know, it makes me feel good to know, like, yeah. I mean, I read some of my journals from, like, March, and I'm like, man, I had to jump through so many hoops with the divorce process, with my probation. And now I'm getting towards the end. I mean, I'm finally done with the divorce. You know, that was a whole ordeal of money and paperwork. It feels good to be, you know, not attached to that person anymore. She definitely took advantage of me and my credit score. Ultimately, I still have tons of debt from that relationship, and you know, I just gotta keep plugging away. It's kind of weird living with your parents. You know, I still pay rent, but I don't pay as much. I'm still broke. I feel like no matter what I do, I'm just always broke. But if I wasn't living with my parents, I would definitely have to pay more in rent, and I'd be even more broke. I'd probably be struggling, actually. So I'm gonna go back. It's just getting too cold, and I got stuff to do too at home. So hope everyone's having a great Saturday. To all my friends, family, I love you. Keep your head up, keep going, stay strong. You got this. And to my enemies, you know, I love you too. Just because you're my enemy doesn't mean I can't show love, give love. Everybody deserves love. What are you doing up there? Alright, y'all. Have a good day. Okay, keep your head up. You can do it. You can do it. Peace.